Here's a driveway I wanted to showcase today. This is the kind of project the Slurry Seal is really made for, in my opinion, for residential use. Not highways, not major roadways, but these older driveways with cracking, settlement, and just uneven surfaces. Along the edges, everything's just up and down. The shoulders are sunken in, and there's no real consistent surface or level anymore. The basic sealer just won't do anything, and a full asphalt overlay would just be throwing money on top of a bad base. Slurry Seal is flexible. It won't last like a 3-inch asphalt overlay, obviously, but it gives you real value for your dollar, in my opinion. I'll go over the square footage and cost breakdown at the end so you can see what something like this might run if your driveway looks similar. But just take a close look at what we got going on. These are linear cracks, alligator cracks, and just a lot of surface failures throughout the whole driveway. The surface has movement, has fatigue, and it just needs more than just a cosmetic seal coat. And you don't need a professional to tell you that. You can just see it yourself. So here's the plan. We're grading this section right here, compacting the grindings, and then mixing in additional aggregate base to stabilize it. This gives us a more reliable foundation before anything else goes down. Over all the alligator cracked areas, we're applying a Type 3 slurry seal. That's a heavier mix design to provide more structural support. It has 3/8 inch rock in it, so it adds a lot more structural integrity to the whole slurry itself, like a full body of pavement. Then over the linear cracks, we're applying DOT spec hot rubberized crack fill, not just the cheap stuff. Once all that's in place, we're finishing everything with a full pass of Type 2 slurry seal. So in the end, the alligator areas get 2 layers, structural and surface. Every single crack gets addressed before putting the Type 2 slurry seal on as the finished surface. My whole goal here is just to get the most longevity without tearing anything out and doing it in a way that's still affordable for the. So yeah, let's get into it and let's show you what I got. Showing you this, I know some people are going to say, just tear it out and repave it. And yeah, if you got $35,000 laying around, sure, which is what this guy got quoted by multiple people. That'll last longer, but not everyone does, and that shouldn't be the only option. What we're here to do is offer a middle ground, not a patch, not a full rip out, just a smart structural surface solution that makes sense. And I know it probably sounds weird coming from a paving contractor. I'm supposed to be pushing the permanent fix, right? But look, I've been around this my whole life, and I can tell you from both experience and common sense, you've got other priorities. Your roof, your kids, your landscaping, your savings. Not everyone wants to spend everything on asphalt. Some people just want to make it look black again. Some people want to stop it from falling apart for a few more years. Some people just want 5 to 7 more years out of it. Not everyone needs a 30-year solution, and that's okay. What's not okay is telling people, rip it out or I won't touch it. That stigma, that mindset, it needs to stop. It's just outright disrespectful in my opinion. I'm not here to pressure you, I'm here to work with you. And I'm not promoting a cheap seal coat either, because that's about £1.5 to £3 per square yard total. This slurry we're laying, it's literally over 20 pounds per square yard on the already paved areas and over 80 pounds a square yard on the newly built sections. To match that with a seal coat, you literally need 10 to 40 coats of seal coat to match that, literally, and it would just be 70 mesh sand, water, dye, and weak polymers. Slurry seal is different. It's oil, rock, fiber, cement, emulsifiers, and it cures into a flexible bonded pavement. I'm not overselling it, I'm just telling the truth. We use this stuff to build smart solutions for real budget. To show you exactly what we got going on. So put a Type 3 aggregate exposed slurry, that way we can go over it with a Type 2 right away. Throw aggregate on top and basically compact the slurry seal with a smooth drum roller like what we have over there. So for example, right here, all of the linear cracks have hot rubberized crack fill. There's Type 3 slurry seal over all of the alligator cracking. Over here we put what's called a Type 3 exposed aggregate slurry seal, which is basically where you put a Type 3 slurry over an unpaved area and then you sprinkle the aggregate on top. In this case, you can see all of the aggregate on top, and then compact it with a smooth drum roller, which I'll show some videos in a moment. So you can see every single alligator crack that was here before. I'll throw some before pictures in here, is covered by a Type 3 slurry. Over here, all of this was unpaved before. I'll include some pictures. All of these were cracks before. Every single one of these areas was cracked. And our goal was basically to deliver as much longevity for the most cost-effective price as we could, which in this case, we just addressed as many of the structural issues as we were able to without ripping out the driveway completely. And yeah, I'll show you some more videos and pictures shortly so you can see exactly what we had going on. Alright, so as I promised at the beginning of the video, let's get into the damage. So we laid just under 10,000 square feet. That's accounting for the extra layer that we laid in the unpaved roundabout. So it goes out to around 77 cents a square foot. Obviously, we did a lot more than just the slurry. So we laid around 6 tons of base rock over the unpaved area. We put type 3 patches over all of the alligator cracks. All of the structural issues got addressed before we even laid the type 2. 2 layers of crack over all of the linear cracks. Obviously any prep, and then the type 2 over the whole thing. Oh yeah, and then the type 3 over the unpaved area. But yeah, let me know what it would cost in your area. Let me know if you've gotten slurry seal done in your area. I mean, I think it looks beautiful. I think it looks great. Tell me what you think. I'll see you on the next one.